Welcome to SBR Racing British Touring Car Championship round 4, 5 and 6 from Goodwood, and we're back at Goodwood again. Drivers chose this track, God knows why. Here we go then, and there's some new drivers. There's Paul Ormerod, he's taken over the RAC car, which no one seems to like, but hopefully Paul can stick around for a bit longer than the last guys. And Ben and Sean have moved to the Subaru, and red 5 is Ben, 55 is Sean with the yellow headlights, so look out for them. And the Texaco car looks mean as hell. And that means that Brian Ross and Chris Craigie have moved to the Mitsubishi in a deal which no one really understands, and but it works out for both. So we're at Goodwood for 3 more races, and there's a dog bark in the background, don't worry about that. On pole position and back from holiday or whatever is Nathan, second is Sean in the Subaru, third Lewis, 4th Liam, 5th Ben, 6th Andrew, 7th is Adam, the championship leader, 8th is Rob, 9th is the newcomer Paul, 10th Jeff, 11th for Nick, 12th for Brian, who had a great race last time, 13th for Leon, who's pretty pissed, and 14th is Will, who won the last race at Dragon Trail last week, so slightly disappointing from Will. Anyway, as we get into it, and someone's messed about with the controls and trying to re-understand this game. There you go. So Nathan on pole, remember he missed last week, so he needs a bucket full of points this week. The flag's down, that means he's jumped to start. He saw the flag and went, and that's put Sean into a big lead straight away. Lewis up to second, Ben looks like he's going to grab third, or Liam might get it on the inside with the BMW, and it is Sean that leads, there's no doubt about that. Lewis is second. Can they all funnel through this first corner? It's a very fast corner and everyone's on the edge. And Lewis there in second, oh sorry, Nathan in 6th. Ben already coming under attack from Adam, who's made a rocket start from 8th. Sean it is that's in control as they enter these first few corners on the first left-hander, which is always tricky because the tyres are cold. Everyone looks like they've got round, so that's out. No, Jeff's gone crash tracking now. Jeff's lorry broke, or not even a lorry, it's a massive truck, broke down during the day, so he's had no practice. He barely made it to the race, so don't expect Jeff to be that fast today, but we're on board with Liam. And you got on the left is Sean, on the right is Lewis, and he's going to bump draft Lewis. Maybe he's being paid, I don't know, but he chose that Lewis should lead this race, and that may be a mistake. Lewis on the grass though, with the extra speed he had down the straight. Nathan after that jump start is 6th place, looking to make up places now. 2 and 1 into this track corner, we don't go, and Jeff's still struggling. But it is Lewis that leads after the gentle bump draft from Liam. Sean won't be impressed with that. But Liam is up to 3rd after a great start. It's Ben 4th, Adam 5th. You can see Nathan 6th, the champion from last season. All conquering champion, he pretty much won every race except for the reverse races. Filter through the sea, so keep an eye on the newcomers as well. Remember Rob's now joined Nick in the Hyundai Honda team, Halford's livery car, so look out for them as well. But they funnel through onto this back straight, and most of the overtaking probably will happen, especially with that Mustang. That Mustang has got nitro down the straight, and you can see already he's all over the back of the Subaru, and he's looking right, and he'll probably have to sweep left. Nope, he's diving down the inside, but the Subaru will brake later, and it does. He holds on to the place. They come through, what a camera shot that is, watching everyone on the edge. Here's Will making up places. Remember he started last, so he's up 4 places. Good start from Will. And Brian not having a stellar race like he had at Dragon Trail, where really impressed everyone and got driver of the day. So, and Leon at the back, but to be fair, he is literally hammered. He's like a I don't know, like Johnny Depp out of Pirates of the Caribbean. He's literally wrecked. And yeah, he also has a beard, which is very technically can make driving a little bit more hazardous. But anyway, forget that. At the front, Lewis still leads, but he's now got Sean all over the back of him. Sean's looking for revenge after that bump pass with Liam. And well, what a start to this race. No one's really breaking away, everyone's fighting. Ben's trying to fight off 2 of them. Nathan's trying to sweep around the outside of him, got Adam already. He goes around the outside past Adam, and now he's trying to get Ben at the same time, and that would be incredible if he did, but he's already getting pushed along by Adam as well. So it looks like everyone, there seems to be a theme of bump passing today. Nathan around the outside. Ben might have to let that go. Tries to keep down the inside but can't, so Nathan's through and up to 4th. Great pass by Nathan, passing 2 cars in 2 corners. Ben makes a mistake, just gets the car settled again and through the chicane. And Will up to 9th now, so he's passed Nick and the other RAC car, Paul, in the background. So Paul on his debut, just feeling his way through this. Jeff's up to 12th from the back, and Sean's trying to go around the outside of Lewis. That probably won't work, like ever. So down the back straight again. He's got a good run. He's trying to look around the outside. Yeah, and then there's left-hander, which is tricky because the tyres are cold and then you can see everyone getting sideways using a lot of the curb. And Liam's got Ben as well, so Ben's made a further mistake. And that's allowed through, and then who's that side by side? And that's Adam getting hassle from Rob, so Rob's not giving this up. He's trying to get Adam, so Adam's obviously dropped back as well, so maybe there was aggro on the chicane or at the first corner. But Adam's dropped into the clutches of Rob, and that Hyundai's not that slow down the straight. Well, up front still it's Lewis, and still Sean's giving him hell. But now Nathan up to 3rd, so will there be some team tactics at play to try and get Sean away? And a great job there from Andrew, and it should be noted in 8th place, did not have a stellar Dragon Trail the first 3 rounds, was really upset with himself, but much improved tonight, and he's flying the flag for Renault at the moment. Maybe he had his shredded wheat today. And looks like he's at 3 of them because he's absolutely on it. So oh, look at that overspeed from Sean, but Lewis covers really late, probably too late. That annoys people most of the time, and it's just things like that that do annoy people. But he's still in the lead, and Sean won't be happy about that. He wasn't, because he was in my chat and I heard him say he wasn't happy about that. Anyway, Sean's 2nd, and he's lost the draft from Lewis because of all that, and he's now got Nathan all over his trumpet. And down this back straight they come again, and what a sight that is. All of them flying down there, about 140 odd miles an hour. Lewis touches the grass, why not? And then Nathan's looking for an overlap. Nathan very quick through this corner here, and he's not quite got an overlap, and you can't go side by side into the chicane. It's one car at a time. Ben and Liam just looking to pick up the pieces if anything goes wrong, and Adam's on the grass again on the exit of the chicane. And here's Nick, and he's got back past Will, so Nick's not one to give up. And who's that going? There's that Jeff going sideways again, and he's in 11th now, down to 12th again. Will going back past him, so Will's dropped back a little bit. In fact, Paul's got past Will, so Paul, stunning debut so far in the 77 car. Like I say, all the drivers pick their own numbers for various reasons. Sometimes it's their year of birth, or just a number they like. And that Mazda's not that slow, and it's trying to go around the outside of the Hyundai after a bit of a slipstream, but it's a brave man that tries to go around the outside, because the other driver just force you out, and Paul's well aware of that and drops back in. Lewis with a pretty nice lead now. Nathan trying to pull the same trick as he did on Ben, trying to go around the outside of the Subaru. Sean will fight it, and he does, manages to cover that. So Nathan didn't quite have the speed without a bump draft, so through this tight, horrible chicane again, and Nathan's looking fast. If he could only just get past Sean, I'm sure he could attack his teammate, but Sean's one of the hardest ones to overtake. He doesn't give up. Nathan down the inside again, but Sean's trying to swoop around the outside. Nathan's got the inside line, but Sean managed to carry the speed round and keep the position. Liam now getting very interested in the back of both of these cars, and he'll have a pretty good run down the straight because he didn't have to cover Ben, so he's absolutely flying down the back straight. He's already alongside Nathan, but now this is going to get tricky because we've got to go right and then left, and they funnel back in as they were. Ben now onto the back of Liam, and Liam's gone wide, and that's Ben through. Ben back up to 4th place and into that tricky right, and he's gone wide. He's gone wide, he's hit the curb, he's gone sideways, and he's throwing away all his good work in one corner. Liam will be pissing himself. Not only because it's Ben, but probably just because it's Ben. But anyway, 7th for Rob again, and Andrew doing a great job, as we've already mentioned, in 8th, especially after last week's heroics. This looks like it could end in tears. Both Team RAC cars side by side down the back straight, and look at the legs on that Renault as Jeff comes up alongside one. He's passed one already. Now he's going to try and slot in, trying to get the inside run on Will, but not quite. That thing's got some mumbo. Shredded weak, more like nitro, but Jeff looked a bit sideways then as we cut from shot, but I'm sure we gathered it up. Meanwhile, Adam now has dropped Rob and is going back after the top 5, who are basically beating the hell out of each other. There we go, there's Andrew number 69. I can't comment, I don't know. And car looks amazing, looks pretty awesome, let's say. Livery does suit the car. And there's Rob's gone wide, and the pressure from Andrew closing is enough for Rob to fly off the track. He still get back on in an easy 8th, but wow, we didn't expect that. Meanwhile, his teammate is holding off what feels like half the field, 2 RAC cars and the other shredded wheat car, as now Jeff dives down the inside. Jeff seems to have found his legs now at the track after not practicing, and wide Will, was that Will? Yeah, Will went wide, and so did Nick to a various degree, but the speed of that Renault, and he's passed both of them. So Jeff now flying along. He's got the hang of the car, he's got the hang of the track, and that is Nathan down the inside of Sean at last. Has he completed the move? No. Wow, Subaru just fast enough and better on the brakes to get into that corner. But Nathan now looking a bit irate and needs to get through. Apologies if you can hear a dog in the background. It's yeah, guarding the crown jewels. Shut up! Sorted that. So Sean into this fast right-hander that follows into the left-hander, and he's good through there. And Nathan didn't close anything, and Liam's on the grass. He needs a bit more room, so he goes all agricultural. And Nathan really good on the brakes into that corner as well. So strengths and weaknesses of these cars, and that's probably why everyone likes to have a bit of a mix. The strength of that Mustang is pretty much in a straight line. It's insane. The strength of that Renault is pretty much the same thing. It's fast in a straight line, but obviously with front wheel drive struggles. Now we got an RAC Halfords battle, which basically a lot of orange, and that's Nick trying to fend off Will. Will's trying to go all the way around the outside. Paul's there just following his teammate, trying to figure out what's best to do here. And Will, for some reason, has decided to barge Nick off on the straight, which for reasons that I don't understand, and Paul fancies a bit of it as well. Nick won't be pleased with that. Seemed a bit unnecessary. Well, now Nick's lost the plot a little bit. He's gone off on the grass on the inside, but both RAC cars have assaulted the Halfords car and take 10th and 11th place. Meanwhile, that was Andrew, and he's in 7th, and a very creditable 7th at that, doing a great job. So a complete disaster for him last week. He was not impressed with himself. But Nathan is through now, so he may have missed that. I suspect it happened at the chicane because he was getting a good run through there, but he's up to 2nd place. His teammate, with 3 laps to go, 3.5 laps to go, is pretty well clear. So he's not even the same shot, so Nathan's going to have his work cut out to catch him. So I suspect that this will be a battle now from 3rd down to 6th, with Adam actually really closing in fast. There you can see the gap is probably around about 3-4 seconds, 3.5 seconds. So Nathan's going to have to pull back a second a lap. So Sean 3rd, Liam 4th, Ben 5th, Adam now on the back of this group again. Ben's on the grass, and Sean's off as well. So Seano's lost it at the chicane, not at Seano corner. Well, that's new, and that's really balls this race up now. He's down to 6th place. It's elevated Liam up to 3rd, his teammate up to 4th, and Adam up to 5th. And Sean 6th and off the back of the group, so he's got a lot of work to do to get back into that group. Just apologise for my voice as well. I had a bit of a fight with Auntie Stella last night, and she definitely beat me, so yeah. Meanwhile, the RAC twins are still at it, and Nick's decided that he doesn't want any part of that and he's going to settle for 12th. 13th for Brian, and he's off. Brian's off, and so is Leon. Leon's followed him. He follows the middle one. He's got 3 images in front of him, and he's followed the middle one, and it's gone off. So, but they're both back on, no major damage, as Lewis continues to lead this race. And For some reason he's weaving down the straight. I wouldn't do that because Nathan is setting fastest sector 1, fastest sector 2, and he is absolutely storming after him. Liam 3rd, Ben 4th, Adam now 5th. Problem for Ben is he hasn't got the speed to overtake Liam on a straight, and he knows that that Mustang doesn't need any excuse to overtake any. He could probably overtake both of these on the straight, so he's really got to be careful how he attacks Liam. You can't really defend against extra straight line speed. There's not a lot you can do. If you defend the right, they go the left. So Ben with a great run out of the first corner on Liam, but this is what I mean. He hasn't got the top speed to do anything about it. Adam though has. If you can just get a little bit closer, you can just see Sean in the background. Sean's not quite in touch. Meanwhile at the front, I swear I saw Nathan was basically with Lewis. We'll cut to that in a minute, I'm sure. Kicking up the dust again. Liam seems to be his line through there. He just manages, and you can see that just caught a sight of the leaders. They are getting very close with 1.5 laps to go, and Liam was just about hanging on against Ben. Much improved performance from Ben last week, who just didn't show up. Could not get used to Dragon Trail, could not get used to the Mitsubishi, so he'll be happy he's back in his championship winning car. Down the inside he goes, but that isn't going to happen. It's a dangerous place to have a look. Liam's left a bit of a gap, but it won't work. Adam now trying to get around the outside. Ben cannot afford to lose the slipstream from Liam because he will get absolutely destroyed. Liam's wide, Adam's wide. Liam keeps the place though. So just got enough top speed to keep him in front. Meanwhile at the front I was right. Nathan is all over the back of his teammate, and it looks like there's no team orders. Lewis covers him that time. Nathan's not going to give up. Nathan needs all the points he can get. Remember, he's starting this race from 0 and missed the first 3 rounds, so if he wants to retain his #1 plate, he's got a lot of work to do, and he needs to win pretty much the remaining races. Remember, there's double points at the last race, but that will probably help. But yeah, he doesn't want to go in there with a massive disadvantage. Liam though, and Adam's passed Ben, so well, he must have overtaken him on the straight, and Ben's coming back. Makes a bit of a gap there, really, not quite on. But Lewis really having to defend from his teammates, so he'll probably be regretting weaving down the straight in a fun way. Anyone want a dog? And now Nathan's down the inside, he's got an overlap, he's looking for it. Lewis won't give it up, they're going to go in side by side. These are teammates, by the way, and Nathan takes the lead and the win on the last corner. He stole it from his teammate. That will be an interesting meeting after the race. Lewis 2nd after leading the race pretty much the whole way. 3rd for Liam, 4th for Adam, 5th was Ben. Yep, just ahead of his teammate. 6th for Sean. Brilliant effort from Andrew to come back this week and show what he can actually do and get 7th place in the Shredded Wheat Renault. 8th for Rob in the Halfords car, so he's beat his teammate in the same car. 9th for Jeff, brilliant display for him. Remember, no practice, flashed the lights in 9th. 10th for Paul, the best of the REC cars, which were causing so much hassle. 11th for Will, 12th for Nick, and Nick not having a stellar race. He's normally 8th or above, so he'll be disappointed with that. And then we're going to wait for 13th for Brian. Brian, the star of last week, but unfortunately not working out this week. Maybe he just needs time to adjust to the Mitsubishi. And last but not least is the Drunken Sailor Boy in 14th. So there's the confirmation of results. Fastest lap went to Nathan, unsurprisingly. He was storming after Lewis, and yeah, what a race. Join us for round 2 very shortly, or round 5 very shortly at Goodwood, and it will be the finishing order of that last race.